We are Steve and Jill. Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Steve and Jack Dutella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from scorching Scottsdale, Arizona.
Today, Jill and I talk about our biggest land flipping bottlenecks this year in 2021.
I got 2.
Yes, we're not perfect.
I got 2. I'm sure there's 20.
I have 2 also.
Like, you ask an unrelated third party, they're like, oh, all right. Oh, honey, sit down.
I'll tell you. We just started career path, the second career path. And so everybody's bearing all. Like, this is what I want. This is what I do. And this is what I do right. This is what I do wrong. And while we're doing that, I'm looking at myself going, wow, we don't have any of these issues, but these are our issues. So it's really helpful in a group like that to hear what other people's issues are. And
like an AA meeting?
Yeah. Yeah, just like that. Or Weight Watchers.
Yeah, it's really helpful in a closed environment where we can all share personal things.
Before we get into it, though, let's take a question posted by one of our members on the landinvestors.com online community. It's free. And if you're already a member, join us on Discord.
That's how I'm going to lead the next career path meeting. I'm going to say, everyone, this is a safe space.
Taylor has a story here, and it's a little bit lengthy, but trust me, worth it.
Okay, cool. All right. Taylor wrote, I wanted to share my latest deal that was in a flood zone so that I can shed some light on buying flood zone properties.
Thank you. So I don't have to do this.
I had a seller reach out to me after receiving one of my offers on a 7-acre property. The seller informed me that he would sell at $35,000 and not a penny less. I began my due diligence and found the entire property is in a flood zone. However, there are mobile/RV parks and houses throughout the surrounding area, all within the same flood zone. I researched and found the flood elevation is just above the surface of the property. I decided to purchase at the seller's asking price, knowing it was higher than I would have liked, but knew there was a market for this property. After closing, the seller contacted me, thanking us for the purchase at his asking price because of medical bills stacking up from a health issue he was dealing with. The seller went on to tell me that several investors had inquired about this property, but all of them passed or tried to lower the price due to the flood zone. I listed the property a week later and sold it within 5 days for $72,500. The buyer had been looking for a property for over a year, just like this one. 2 lessons to take note of here. Number 1, not all flood zones are bad.
Totally.
Just look at Phoenix, right? Here's your famous one. Just because a property is in a flood zone does not mean the property won't sell.
Absolutely.
Make sure to cover your due diligence, know what is developed around the area, know the restrictions on what you can and cannot do with the property, and make sure to know where the flood elevation is. Number 2, sellers and buyers both have problems that they're looking to resolve. Take the time to look into these deals and see what you can do to help. You never know. It may be profitable and beneficial for you as well.
Well said. Great story.
That was great.
The entire city of Phoenix is in a flood zone.
Yeah.
If you look it up on NeighborScoop and click the flood button, the entire...
You're like, what?
So
oh, no,
here's the
move.
whole... We can move on after this sentence. The entire point and due diligence test for flood zones is relativity. It's one word. If there's a ton of property in a flood zone, then yours is going to be okay.
Right.
If the flood zone is running straight through some metropolitan area and nothing is built on it, and there's trees everywhere, and everybody has built on property or around this flood area, then your property, you don't want to buy property in that type of flood zone.
Then that's the easiest indication. And that's just level 1 due diligence in your first 5 minutes when you're looking at a property and you click through and just see right there, Taylor could click through and go, okay, looks like it's going to be fine based on what I'm seeing here. Now I'll dig a little deeper. And good thing. Congrats, Taylor.
Today's topic, our biggest land flipping bottlenecks in 2001. This This is the meat of the show.
We should have serious ones and then like serious work ones. I have 2 work ones.
You have social bottlenecks.
And then I
Jill?
have some other bottlenecks.
Do you have a relationship bottleneck?
I have that too.
I can't wait to hear about this.
Oh, this is good.
This is one of those I'm in for it.
Yeah.
Episodes.
Yeah. We got to talk. See, here's the thing. If I have a partner meeting or a personal meeting here, it's a safe space.
Yeah, we can't get too into it.
That's right, because there's a camera. Nobody could say I didn't say that. Oh, all right, you go first.
Before we start this, I will tell you, we will make probably $2 million buying and selling land this year.
Just land.
Yeah, just land, with no other companies.
Right.
So, do we really have bottlenecks? Really? Sure. You always can improve.
Yeah.
We were both going to agree, Jill and I, that our single biggest bottleneck is an incredibly effective full-time salesperson.
More. I have things taped together. So yeah. So this is my side of the sheet. Is that on your side of the sheet? You're calling it yours or mine? I was going to do my bottlenecks. Are you?
This whole thing is just a full truth time.
Are these our bottlenecks?
This is a full-blown truth time. I'll tell you what.
Okay.
I could forever send out mail and forever probably generate $100 million.
Yeah.
If we had the sell side machine in place, and we just don't, and we will. Mm-hmm. Jill's working on it.
It goes away. I lose focus. Things change. What happens is I move people into different parts of our business. That's part of our thing. People that we've had like, oh, you're so good at this. They get moved into other positions. I'm like, well, that's great. Now I have a hole over here.
Yeah.
So that's a bottleneck for us right there too. Moving staff around a little bit.
Staffing is always has been and always will be a bottleneck for us. And I think everybody, everyone.
Exactly. So that's one of mine. So we kind of covered that. Then on the sales side, one of my other bottlenecks is for me personally, and it's business related too, is I need to do a better job of cutting myself free time and really cutting loose. You may not know that, but I'm like, I work a lot. Do you know that? Do you know that? Okay.
No, Jill, I've forever said, close the computer, top. Let's go have fun.
That's the thing.
I'm forever saying that to
I
you.
know that. That's why I'm admitting to it. It's still a bottleneck. I take ownership. My name is Jill and I'm a workaholic and I'm a deal junkie.
You are both of those things.
So thank you for letting me share in this meeting. Hopefully this is do I get a chip for day one? If I get through day one on successfully.
I don't think we should be making fun of this.
No, I'm not. But I'm not really. That's a serious thing. No, I'm not making fun of that.
All right, good.
I'm making fun of me, with that. So go ahead.
Types of projects. This is another hang up that we have, that I have, not Jill. Jill and I do separate deals.
True.
She does all the deal funding deals. I just look at it, and sometimes she'll ask me to look at it once in a while.
Sometimes he looks at it.
I mean, when she asks me, I'll say yes or no.
Yeah, that's it. If I need your eyes.
Sometimes, most of the time, it's like, oh my God, yes, we're going to do this, or oh my God, no, and it never gets to me. So consequently, I do these project type deals where I buy property in 2 or 3 different states, and we do what's called a minor splits. We split them up and get them ready for mobile homes, and that's all with me.
All on you.
If I had a project manager who would manage all of that full time, who also had a dynamic personality and could manage the sales piece, because we already know who's going to buy these properties long before we even start down this path, because they're working on their own projects. They're putting mobile homes up in those areas.
Right.
So it doesn't take 3 or 4 people on to notify them of the fact that we bought these properties, we're minor splitting them, and they're all ready for mobile homes. And here's utilities, and here's a scenario, and here's a budget for you. Here's how you're going to make $100,000 on each unit. If I had a project manager that could do that full time from start to finish, and answer the phone on these and just handle it all the way through. Basically, somebody that would be a junior, has Jill's sales ability and my technical ability. Well, I would do the mailers. I do the mailers. We would do 100 of these things.
I know.
We just don't, because if that person generally, especially in our group, has that level of talent, they're doing it for themselves.
Correct.
It doesn't take long to see if you're sitting in Jill's desk, in Jill's office or next to me, It doesn't take a couple months to really say, well, why don't I just do this myself?
Correct. Oh, for us? Or
No,
you mean
if
somebody?
you hire somebody and they're like,
Oh,
no,
yeah, I know.
I mean, all it's missing
Thanks
is,
for teaching me. See ya.
and that's what Land Academy is. So
That's true.
like we have
true.
graduated from eating
I
ramen noodles. Let's
know.
put it that way. We're not starving here,
Look,
but
if
it could be institutional.
If you're a Land Academy member that's burnt out on your own deals and you want to do mine, please come forward.
And you're an interesting person.
Yes. Please come forward. You just want a hefty salary and not have to, all happily. But nobody wants to do that. I get it. I understand.
Alice Cooper is famous for saying, there's a lot of people that can play an amazing guitar. There's very, very few people that can stand to be on a tour bus for more than 2 hours.
Yes, I get that.
That's the same problem here.
Yep. Ugh. So whatever your bottlenecks are, hey, we're halfway through the year. That's the point here. We're halfway through the year. And I hope you're taking a step back, looking at your business, looking at your goals, reassessing where you are, because we're doing a lot of that right now with the career path, number 2. And going for your big push through the end of the year to hit it, because you can. Boy, by the way, this summer right now with people out of school and property exchanging hands so fast, it's amazing. I have properties right now that I kind of forgot about, and then here comes a buyer. I'm like, oh, yay, because there's little out there. It's getting to be, I think it's shifting, back to a seller's market. I'm selling out of stuff. I got to go get some more, and nobody knows how to get it like us.
Seller's market for sure.
So,
and it's here to stay for a while. We went around the room in Career Path yesterday and said, this very topic, what's your bottleneck, or what's the problem that you have to solve? And more than half of the people said deal flow.
Yeah.
And now that just made me smile the entire time, because I can solve that.
Yeah.
Deal flow. If you're effective at answering the phone, and you're effective at sending mailers out
and posting property,
and you can post it and sell it, that's the hugest part of this.
Yeah.
I can teach you about real estate. It's really easy. And I can show you almost overnight how you can quadruple your deal flow. Right. And that's for anything. Yeah. That's for apartment buildings, skyscrapers, mobile home parks, houses, or land. Yeah. We just happen to specialize in land because it's so easy. Yeah. The deals are so easy.
Exactly. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week. You can find us right here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show it's Jack Thursday. What mailer size should I send? You are not alone in your real estate ambition. How much money do you want to make? And I'll tell you exactly how much mail to send out.
Awesome. If you need access to any sort of ownership or property details, including owner phone numbers and FEMA flood map overlays, check out neighborscoop.com, created by investors, that's us, for investors like you. But hold on a moment, I almost forgot to include, because we're going to be changing the name from NeighborScoop to Parcel Facts, so that's why I'm talking about both. So check out neighborscoop.com. It's a little bit of a meeting here. And check out parcelfact.com. So I just made a mistake and I'm fixing it. Okay, now we're back. We're Steve and Jill.
Information
and irritation.
Bye.
With myself.
I think it's not me, at least.
No, it's not you.
That's unusual. Undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable, and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.